Om Shanti. This is Sakar Murli of 20 December 2023. Essence. Sweet children, you have to serve with your royal behavior and make your intellect refined by following Srimad. You also have to give regard to the mothers. Question. Which task is only the one father and not that one any of human being? Answer. To establish peace in the full world is the father task. No matter how many peace conferences etc. people have, there cannot be peace. When the father devotion of peace make you children promise to remain pure, peace then become established. Only in the pure world is there peace. When you children explain this aspect very tactically and with great pomp, the Father's name will be glorified. Song. I am a small child and you are the Almighty Authority. Om Shanti. This song is sung on the path of devotion because on one side there is the influence of devotion, on the other side there is the influence of this knowledge. There is the difference of the day and night between the devotion and this knowledge. What is the difference? There is very easy. Devotion is the night and knowledge is the day. In devotion there is sorrow. When devotees become unhappy, they call out the God. God then has come to remove the sorrows of those who are unhappy. So you ask the Father, is there is mistake in the drama? The Father says, yes, the big mistake is that you have forgotten me. Who make you forget? Maya, Ravan. The father sits here and explains, children, this play is predestined. Heaven and hell exist in Bharat. This is only the Bharat that people says when someone dies that has to become the resident of paradise. They doesn't know when heaven or paradise exist. When it is heaven, human beings surely take rebirth in heaven. It is now hell and so they could surely take rebirth of hell. Until heaven is established, people doesn't know these things. Only is the godly community, that is the community of Rama, and then the other is community of Ravan. In the golden and silver ages, there is the community of Rama. They couldn't have any sorrow. They live in the cottage that is free from sorrow. Then, after half a cycle, the kingdom of Ravan begins. The Father is now once again established the original eternal deity religion. That is the most elevated religion. There is all religions, they are fold a conference of the religions. Those of all are immortal religions come to Bharat and fold conferences. However, what conferences could the people of Bharat, who could not believe in religion, have? In fact, the ancient religion of the Bharat is the original eternal and deity religion. There is no such a thing as the Hindu religion, the highest of all of the deity religions. The law says that those of the most elevated religion should be made to sit on the Gati, who should be made to sit in front. Sometimes they even quarrel over this, the seat. There was once a fight over that at the Kumbh Mela. One group said that they should go first and another group said that they should go first. They quarreled over this. You children should now explain at this conference which religion is the highest of all. They couldn't know that. The Father tells you that the original eternal religion was the deity religion which disappeared and that they therefore began to call themselves Hindus. Those who live in the China could not say that their religion is Chinese. They make whomever they regard as the most important person is the principal one and make him to sit on the gadi according to the law, not that the many can come on the conference. Only religious heads are invited. Many them argue about this. There is no one can give this advice. You are the ones who belongs to the highest on high deity religion. You are now established the deity religion. Only can you say that the head of the Bharat's main religion, which is the mother and the father of all religions, should be made the main person for this conference. He should be the one seated on the main chair. All of the rest are the below him. So the intellect of the main children should work for this. God sits and explains for Arjuna that one is Sanjaya. Arjuna is the charity. The father is the one who rides the chariot. But people think that he charged him his form, enters the body of the Sri Krishna and give knowledge. However, it was not like that. There is now also Prajapita. This can be explained very clearly using the picture of the Trimurti. You definitely needed to the image of the Shiv Baba above the Trimurti, that is the creator of the substantial religion. You children understand that the Vishnu is the sustainer. Prajapita Brahma is the one who is establishes. Therefore, the picture is also needed. This is the something is to be understood. It enters your intellect that there is the definitely Prajapita Brahma. Vishnu is also needed. The one who is the established heaven will also the one who through him he sustain it. He carries out this establishment through Brahma. Together with Brahma, there is also Saraswati and you made children. In fact, this one is also become pure from the impure. So, the head of the conference should be Jagadamba, the head of the original eternal deity religion, because there is a lot of regard for the mothers. A very big mela takes place for the Jagadamba. She is the daughter of the Jagatpita. The original eternal deity religion is now has been established. The Gita episode is being repeated. That is the same Mahabharat war is in front of us. The father says, I come very close cycle at the confluence age of the cycle to make the corrupt world elevated. Jagadamba has been reminded as the goddesses of the god knowledge. Together with her, there are also you Ganges of knowledge. You can ask them, whom did you receive this knowledge from? Knowledgeful God, the Father, is the only one. How is he able to give this knowledge? He definitely has to take a body. So, he speaks through the lotus mouth of Brahma. These mothers will sit there and explains. At the conference, they should know that what the greatest religion is. No one believes that we belongs to the original eternal deity religion. The father says, when the original has to be disappear, I come and establish it once again. The deity religion does not exist now. The other three religions are continue to grow. So surely the deity religion has to be established once again. Then none of these religions will remain. The father comes to establish the original eternal deity religion. Only the daughter can tell them how the peace is established. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the ocean of peace. So he could surely establish peace. He is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of peace. People sung, O purifier, come. Come and take the Bharat into the pure kingdom of Rama. He alone will make it peaceful. This is the task of the Father alone. You climb the elevated status by the following his directions. The Father says, those who belongs to me and who study Raj Yoga and make a promise for purity will become the masters by saying, Baba, I will make pure and climb the inheritance for 21 births. They will become the pure and impure. Lakshmi and Narayan are pure beings, the most elevated one of all. The pure world is the now being established once again. You are holding the conference for the peace, but human beings will not bring this about peace. That is the task of the Bharat, the Father, devotion of the peace. Eminent people attended the conferences. Many people and many beings declared that they have to be advised. Father shows son, the grandchildren of the Shiv Baba and children of the Brahma are the goddesses of the knowledge. God given them knowledge. Human beings study the knowledge of the scriptures. If you explain with this such a pomp, they will enjoy themselves a great deal. You definitely have to create a method. On the one side is their conference, on another side is your conference with a lot of pomp. The picture of the very clear, and people will be also understand very quickly from them. Their occupations are different from this. One's occupation. It is not that all are the same. No, the parts of all the religions are different. They get together and carry on the working for peace. They say religion is might. However, who is the one who has the most power? He is the one who comes and establishes the forecast deity religion. Only the children shows this. Day by day, you children continue to receive the points. You should also have the power to explain them. A yogi could have a very good power. Baba says, I only love Jnani souls. This doesn't mean that he doesn't love yogi souls. Those who are Jnani could surely also be yogi. You have yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Without yoga, there cannot be dharana. Those who doesn't have yoga cannot have dharana either, because they are a lot of body consciousness. The Father explains, you have to change your devilish intellect into the divine intellects. It is God the Father who makes these with stone intellect into those with the divine intellects. Ravan comes and make you into those whose stone intellect. Their name is the devilish community. They say in front of the divine ideals, I have no virtues. I am lustful, a cheat, and you mothers can be explained. Very well, you have to give this much enthusiasm and courage to share knowledge. You have to explain such things in the big gatherings. Mama is the goddess of knowledge. Brahma is never called the god of knowledge. Saraswati, name is the remembered. Whatever someone's name is, the name is kept. The name of the mothers has to be glorified. Some brothers have a lot of body consciousness. They think, are we Brahma Kumars, gods of the knowledge? Oh, but Brahma himself doesn't call himself as the god of knowledge. The mothers have to give a lot of regard. It is these mothers who will change your lives. They are the ones who change human beings into deities. There are mothers and also Kumaris. No one understands the meaning of the half Kumari. Although you are married, you are the Brahma Kumaris. These things are so wonderful. Those who are the claim the inheritance from the father do understand this. But what could these who doesn't know how their fortune understand? Status is definitely number wise. They some will be maids and servants, whereas others will be subjects. Subjects too are needed. The human world will continue to expand, so subjects will also continue to increase. Those who consider themselves to be the main ones should remain prepared for those when such a conference takes place. Those who could not have this knowledge are like infant, and they doesn't have that much of the intelligence wisdom, although they may be olden physically. They doesn't have that much of the intellect. They are still young. The intellects of some are the very good. Everything depends on the intellect. Even young ones go ahead. Some have a lot of sweetness in this way of explaining. They speak in the very royal manner. It could be understood that the one of the refined knowledge, one is still revealed and that the one is behavior. The behavior of the children should be very royal. You should not perform any of the unroyal tasks. Those who defame the name cannot be claimed the high status. When some of you defame Shiv Baba's name, the father also has the right to tell them, Acha, to the sweetest beloved long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Night class. You children now understand that you are embodying souls who are sitting personally in front of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul. This is called an auspicious meeting. It is remembered. God Vishnu is the one who being auspicious omens. There are now the auspicious omens of the meeting. God gives you the inheritance of the Vishnu clan. This is why he is called the God Vishnu, the one who being auspicious omens. The meeting when the Father meetings you living human beings is very beautiful. You also understand that you have now become the children of the God is ordered to claim the inheritance from the God. You children know that after receiving the inheritance from the God, you receive the inheritance of deities, that is, you take rebirth in the heaven. Therefore, the mercury of the happiness of your children should remain high. There is no one as happy or they as fortunate as you children. There cannot be anyone in the world as the fortune of the Brahmin clan. The Vishnu clan is the second number, that is the lap of the deities. You now have the God's laps, which is higher. The Diwali temple is the temple of the God's lap. Similarly, there is also Amba temple. The temple doesn't show the much of the confluence is. The Diwali temple shows the confluence is. Other human beings cannot have much understand as the you children have. Even the deities cannot have the understanding that the Brahmins have. You are the conference aged Brahmins. Those people sing praise of the Brahmins of the confluence age. It is said, Brahmins that become deities. Salutations to the Brahmins. It is only the Brahmins who do service of the changing hell into heaven. Baba says Namaste to the Sachi Brahmins. Acha. Good night. Essence for Dharana. First point. In order to be loved by God, become Jnani and Yogi. Don't be body conscious. Second point. Have the enthusiasm and courage to speak knowledge. Show the Father through your beings, the behavior, speak, and greatest sweetness. Blessing. May you become fortunate of the transforming any suffering of the karma into the karma yogi and become an instrument for doing service. Do not feel that your karmic accounts are obstructing your attainment on your path of making efforts. Do not let your body prevent you from the doing service. Fortunate souls become instrument for the one to another type of the service even at the time of suffering of their karma. And whether the suffering of the karma is little or large, do not expand its story. To speak about it means the waste of your time and energy. A yogi life means to transform any sufferings of the karma into the karma yogi. There is a sing of being fortunate. Slogan. When you have mercy and good wishes in your vision, all visions of the insult and organs will then finish. Om Shanti.